Hey, what's up, everybody? This is JMO here. I know it's been a long time since I've really done a video. I think it's been 3 years since my last video, and I'm just taking a walk in Akihabara right now. And if you want to, I'm at the Denkigai exit, the electric town exit of Akihabara, and just having a good time, taking a walk at all the sites. Here's Rajio Kaikan. If you've seen or played Steins Gate, then you know what this place is. It's just barely outside the station, yeah, just like I said. So yeah, it's been 3 years, and I thought it'd be best to make an update video as I take a walk in Akihabara at 6 a.m. The place where I have breakfast doesn't open for another 45 minutes, so I just thought I could just give you, every update I can. So yes, what's been going on these last few years? Okay, so 2.5 years ago, I got married to a Japanese national, and it's been good so far. And we now have a near 17-month-old daughter together, and that's pretty good too. And I'm still working, mostly the same job with some side gigs. And I got an update in regards to that. Yeah, I'm still mostly teaching English conversation, or as they say in Japanese, a kaiwa, to mostly senior citizens. And I've previously had a side gig of teaching Saturday high school classes, but because of coronavirus, that side gig has been canceled this year. But I've managed to find other gigs. So what gigs are those that you may be asking? I've recently found work as a translator. I've done translation for travel tourism, and I've done 2 games and a couple of manga. Yeah, there's one game that I did a Japanese to English translation for earlier this year, and I can't really state the game because I signed an NDA, and but all I can say is I translated an adult RPG game with some really excessive scenes, but I don't mind. It was a pretty interesting experience, and I got some good money out of it. And I've translated a couple of boys love mangas. Of course, I'm not a boys love person, but I just thought it was a good opportunity to get some experience. And one game I did a translation from last July to this July. It was not a Japanese to English translation, but a Japanese to English translation for English to Japanese translation for this indie game called Brock. It's sort of inspired by Disney afternoon cartoons, but it sort of has like a beat 'em up feel with RPG elements, like the old Kunio-kun games, or as we see them in the US as River City Ransom. I believe you can get the demo soon, and I do personally recommend it. So yeah, what else is going on? Yeah, now that I recently started a whole translation gig thing, and I thought it was good that I was able to find these kind of work during this whole pandemic, and I was able to find this work when the state of emergency happened. I guess you could say that's their legal way, the Japanese legal way of saying quarantine, because or shutdown, because in case you didn't know, or you haven't read any articles or watched the news, Japan can't legally shut down because it's in their constitution. But they can still declare a state of emergency, and businesses and municipal governments are free to do what they want within their respective jurisdictions. And between April and May, I was still doing my full-time job at home, but I was also doing my translation work. So even though I was working at home, I was still keeping busy. And because of this whole situation with employment, the Japanese government gave each person like 100,000 yen, yeah, give or take less than $1,000 each to those who are legally residing in Japan. You know, Japanese citizens and legal foreign residents. So I got my 100,000 yen. Since my wife is registered as the head household, it went to her account. And I was also surprised to learn that even our own daughter got the 100,000 too. So it applies to children, which is pretty sweet. And yeah, I'm going to use that 100,000 yen well. And and my wife and I are using our 100,000 yen well. We're both investing it to start, you know, to further educating ourselves. My wife is an assisted living nurse, and she's going to take some certification courses to better. My glasses are fogging up, but I can see fine. I'm in a place with no traffic. So yeah, she's going to take some certification courses to, you know, get a raise, a promotion, and I'm using my 100,000 along with some other money I've been saving to take some translation courses through the Japan Visual Media Translation Academy. You know, I did some research, and this seems to be a very well accredited, you know, place, and some of their graduates did the translation to Shin Godzilla or Shin Godzilla and some other famous Japanese movies. And yeah, so this kind of goes to, you know, my goals. Yeah, I'm hoping to pursue full-time translation at some point. You know, of course, I got to do the generic stuff like, you know, general translation, tourism. I mean, I've traveled all around Japan. I lived in 7 different prefectures, so I feel that's kind of my authority. And hopefully I can pursue translating manga, video games, and anime at a consistent rate where, you know, I can just work from home. But at the same time, I don't really want to give up my present full-time job teaching seniors. And the reason why I like my full-time job is, you know, not because I like teaching English. It's just the job takes me somewhere different every day. And for example, today and tomorrow, Akihabara is on my way to work, and since I have Thursday morning off tomorrow, I'm just only working 2 hours in the afternoon. I could just stop by Akihabara on the way, you know, and just waste my morning in Akihabara, you know, just shopping for retro games and whatnot. Yeah, I know it's relatively expensive to get some games here compared to other places, but yeah, but still, I like coming here when I can, and there's a Carl's Jr. here that I like to have lunch at. So, what else is there? Yes, speaking of side gigs, in case you didn't know, for the last 5 years, I was contributing as a writer to honeysanime.com. And I did a lot of reviews. I, you know, gave a lot of pieces on stuff. But, you know, after I first got that job, what's it called? Replying to a Craigslist ad, and I didn't know how long and then, you know, they took me, and I didn't know how long I was going to be with them. And then 5.5 years later, you know, I started to burn out, get writer's block, and, you know, felt it was time to part ways with them. And, you know, I wish them well. But, yeah, I was on the way. Yeah, normally cars don't come through here. And here's the Kotobukiya. I'm pretty sure you're aware of the brand name, but they have an official store here in Akihabara. Yeah, they got some really rad figures, and they got really rad figures on display here too. But it's almost 6:30 a.m., so I'm just waiting for this Gusta to open to have breakfast. So, yeah. So, where was I? Yeah, so, yeah, glad I did that writing gig. You know, I made good extra money off of it, to be honest. Not too much, but enough to, let's say, pay this one bill or be able to buy this one game. But, I'm going to find extra work soon to make up for it. And I just felt it was time to pursue new creative pursuits, such as translating, hopefully manga, and some anime, and some more video games in the future. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. So, are there any other future updates for this channel? Am I gonna talk anime, manga, tokusatsu, video games again? Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do that in the near future. There's so much I want to share with you guys, and stay tuned.